Turned to the Democrats last night here at home, scoring a major victory in a pair of governor's races, both in Virginia and in New Jersey, 1 year after President Donald Trump's surprise election win. In Virginia, the closer of the two races, Democratic Lieutenant Governor Ralph Northam beat out former RNC Chair Ed Gillespie. And over in New Jersey, Democratic Phil Murphy, a former Goldman Sachs executive, prevailing over Lieutenant Governor Kim Guadagno. President Trump weighing in on the results out of Virginia, tweeting this: Ed Gillespie worked hard but did not embrace me or what I stand for. Don't forget, Republicans won out of 4 House seats, and with the economy doing record numbers, we will continue to win even bigger than before. Jason, your thoughts here.
Look, President Trump lost in Virginia by 6 points. This margin was a little bit bigger than that, but it is amazing how euphoric and gleeful Democrats are to just hold a seat that they already had. I mean, that is a moral victory for them.
That's good point.
But in the House, where it also matters, my old seat, they were able to keep that one.
Yeah.
So.
It was a victory for Democrats, but let me point out, as a Virginian, born and raised, that Virginia is a blue state.
Right.
That Hillary Clinton won Virginia. Barack Obama won Virginia 2 elections in a row. And Ed Gillespie, again with President Trump, is you can brag about victories but then dismiss losses as inconsequential. Republicans should be advised to pay attention to these losses because there were some down ballot victories for Democrats as well. Justin Fairfax won the lieutenant governor's position against a Republican who basically, these were Republicans who had run on social issues in the past, whether it was ultrasounds before having an abortion. Also, in Attorney General Mark Herring defeated Republican challenger John Adams. There were other down ballot victories for the Democrats. So they're crowing, and it's one state, but important victory.
Well, these governor's races, though, does this tell us anything about the 2018 elections? I mean, is this going to sort of be a foreshadowing of what's to come in 18? Or is it all dependent on this tax plan?
If Republicans don't get any victories, again, they already failed to do anything with Obamacare.
Yeah.
And now this tax bill is a mess. It is a swamp, if you will, Jason.
No, Dagan's exactly right.
Yeah.
They promised 2 things, repeal and replace, and they're doing tax reform, and now the tax reform, people are still trying to regurgitate it right off the top of your head.
Yeah.
I guarantee you can't do it, nor can members of Congress. They still don't fully.
Well, there's a lot of complications in it. I mean, there are a couple of things that we know that are very plain and straightforward, like a 20% corporate rate, like a 25% pass-through. But the individual side is really murky. I think it's very uneven. Why are they having such trouble getting stuff done and getting agreement?
There's a reason why I left.
Yeah.
It's terribly frustrating. Look, all week the House is in markup, and yet you have senator after senator saying, "Oh, well, don't worry about it. We're going to go through our own plan." Well, there's nothing more frustrating to a House member who's trying to do the right thing to hear the senator say, "It doesn't really matter because we're going to do what we want to do anyway."
And by the way, if this is such a middle-class plan, how come they kept carried interest in place?
I don't know. Hey, look, we're going to go ahead.
Carried interest?
Death tax, but, we'll do that later. Yeah, we'll.
The hedge fund managers, that obviously that's a tool for the rich, hedge funds, paying, charging 2 and 20, which is incredibly expensive as well. They are still able to manipulate income, calling it investment income instead of ordinary income. Calling it capital gains instead of ordinary income.
But on the individual side, there's now a surtax that takes your top rate above 45% if you make 7 figures.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the complications.
Oh, there's that.
Yeah. We've talked about this before on the show, though, and I think you're absolutely right when you say that if they can't accomplish this, if they can't get this done, then they are going to suffer in 2018. It is not going to be a pretty picture.
Can I just really quickly point out, women in Virginia, Northam won by 19 percentage points among women. Moderates, 26 percentage points.
Women have the vote
Ralph
now?
Northam.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know you're kidding. But again, moderates came out to vote. There was a great get-out-to-vote campaign in Northern Virginia. Again, Republicans need to pay attention.
Absolutely. By the way, John Curtis, your old seat, same. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, look, now we're 5 for 5. He won soundly. I'm excited for him. Takes over my seat.
All right.